I gotta be honest, folks, this movie probably deserves to have a lot more detailed praise said about it than I'm able to currently, but I'm getting over a really bad cold. I kinda don't have much of a speaking voice to speak of. You're probably gonna notice a lot more jumps in the edit than usual. I've got to account for that, so I kinda gotta jump right to the point because it hurts to talk, and it's only safe for a man to take so much Dayquil. But anyway, Birds of Prey, or The Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, is honestly kind of a fucking blast of a movie. It's really damn good, and it kind of feels like it shouldn't be. Like, the component parts of this feel like someone should have made a mistake, or at least someone should have thought they'd made a mistake and backpedaled and stopped it from being as unique and interested as it ends up being. Granted, the whole second act of the Warner Brothers DC Extended Universe has had this general throw it against a wall and see what sticks feel to it. You can kind of tell they were waiting to see what people think of the next Batman before they commit to a real plan again after everything that went down with Justice League, but this really does play out like a movie that the cast and crew put together over a weekend when no one was watching, despite being headlined by one of the studio's biggest stars, acting as one of their most protected licensed characters from their biggest brand. I mean, it's just not where you expect to see, let's make a movie that's kind of about domestic abuse recovery and female friendship, but mostly about recasting bad taste action comedy gags with a female voice, but still in plenty bad taste to take root. But apparently this is how much executive producer power Margot Robbie currently swings at Warner Brothers, so good on her. Directed by newcomer Kathy Yan in a style best described as a very R-rated tribute to the neon Fantasia Gotham City of Batman Forever, but with a much better action choreographer and a much better screenplay. And despite the title order taking a much more form of a Harley Quinn status quo reset first and a Birds of Prey origin movie second, the basic setup has Quinn on the run now that, having publicly broken up with the Joker following the events of Suicide Squad, she's no longer considered untouchable by all of the myriad other supervillains, gangsters, and other odd associates who have reasons to want her dead, which, given the high-profile nature of those past associations, causes her predicament to intersect in a convoluted on-purpose fashion with the evil schemes of Ewan McGregor's wannabe supervillain crime boss Black Mask, whose killing spree through Gotham in search of a plot MacGuffin diamond quickly sweeps not only Quinn, but also his driver and lounge singer Black Canary, teenage pickpocket Cassie Kane, crossbow vigilante Huntress, and Detective Renee Montoya into its wake. The actual connections binding all of these people together don't make a ton of sense and sort of doesn't feel like it's supposed to. The main thrust is that our cast of ostensible heroines and anti-heroines are all survivors of trauma, unjust systems, and or abusive relationships, operating mainly as loners who end up having to lean on and work with each other in order to survive against the embodiment of all of that in Black Mask, whom McGregor does a great job of making feel like a fun buffoon villain until he's skin-crawlingly terrifying. Great bad guy. Perez also stands out as Montoya. It's fun to see her cast as the grown-up, grounded character among a crew of much younger women, and considering what a prominent figure this character often becomes in the Batman mythology, I hope they've signed her for more movies than this. Mary Elizabeth Winstead also gets to deliver a very fun, different than usual turn as Huntress, and Trini Smollett-Bell is very impressive new spin on Black Canary. Like I said, in terms of the Birds of Prey themselves, this is more of a hi, we exist light introduction for what they might grow into later than a full-on debut. But it is a set of solid, fun performances. The show floor, though, belongs to Robbie's Harley Quinn, and to the degree that she really has forced this sucker through the studio as a showcase for everything she's capable of, you can see the work all there on screen. This is an all singing, all dancing, all kung fu fighting, shotgun blasting, gunfighting, roller skating, car chasing, stunt leaping, joke telling, cry laughing, screaming, every other emotion in between, look what I can do, resume performance for the ages. She works so hard proving that she and only she can possibly embody this version of Harley Quinn, you almost kind of forget that she already got the part. Now, it helps that Yan turns out to be a hell of an action director, knowing when to go with long takes, hard cuts, and makes judicious use of time-lapse and rewind gimmicks to give the humorously overcomplicated story a sense of linearity. Birds of Prey is a raucous, deeply strange piece of punk rock pop art that's probably as close as anyone has come to making a Takeshi Miike or Sion Sono movie or a trauma flick at a studio budget in years, and I especially appreciate the way it balances a thoroughly female-forward perspective while still committing to being as gleefully violent as any other R-rated actioner. Think Deadpool with kind of a glitter bomb aesthetic. So yeah, I'm giving this one a 9 out of 10. Very recommended. Check it out.